Hi everybody, today I'm going to do a really quick rave video for you guys on a product that I just started using a couple weeks ago, and that is the Clean and Clear Finishes Mattifying Moisturizer. This is what this looks like. You get this at the drugstore. This is a moisturizer. It's oil-free and it's supposed to be for all-day shine control. It has super absorbing mineral plus complex, and it's SPF 15 UVA UVB protection. So I figured I would try this since it's a mattifying moisturizer and it does have SPF in it, and summer is coming. It'll be out, everybody's outside a lot more. It's a lot more sunny, so it's always good to have SPF in your moisturizer. I usually don't wear one, which is probably bad, but I figured I'd try this out because I love anything that's going to be mattifying because I get so oily, especially in the summer when you're sweating. So I figured I'd try this out. This stuff is great. Right now for my moisturizer, I don't really use a primer for my makeup. I use my moisturizer as a primer, and right now I'm using the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. I use the gel formula as opposed to the lotion in that line because I have more oily skin, and a gel is going to be it's going to help control shine over the day as opposed to a lotion, which will make you shiny quicker. So I figured I'd try this mattifying moisturizer from Clean and Clear, and I love Clean and Clear's skincare stuff. It reacts well with my skin. It doesn't usually make me break out or anything. And it has SPF in it, so I figured I'd give it a try. They also have a face wash, mattifying face wash in this line. I didn't pick that up because I have a lot of face washes right now that I have to use up, and I really just didn't have use for that. So I just picked up the moisturizer, and it's great. It does keep the shine on my face at bay significantly longer than my Clinique gel that I have been using. I did, do a test with this. One day I wore this with my with my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus foundation. I've worn this with my CoverGirl foundation, which is a lighter foundation that I wear to work, and it's a cream foundation, so it gets a little shinier. And then I did do this one day with my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. I wore this on one side of my face, and then I wore the Clinique one on the other side of my face, and I didn't, I made sure I only used one hand so I didn't mix the products for one side of my face and one hand to apply the product to the other side of my face. To kind of see if, my cheek area or forehead got a little, more shiny from one or not. I didn't really notice too much of a difference on the days that I did the half and half thing. Maybe I did notice on my cheeks on this side it was less shiny than on the side with the Clinique gel. But on the days when I just wore this underneath my foundation, I noticed that this kept me less shiny. Usually at the end of the day, I can be pretty shiny. I do have a lot of really great products that don't keep me so shiny, so I don't get like ridiculously shiny like I used to. But this made me even less so. I was really really surprised. I made sure that it didn't blot throughout the day when I wore this one, and I really honestly didn't even really look in a mirror for a good like 5 or 6 hours. I had gone out on a weekend, and when I got home I came in the bathroom, turned the light on, looked in the mirror, and I was expecting to see like an oil slick, because I hadn't touched up at all during the day, and it wasn't bad. I mean, I was a little shiny, granted, and I could have used some blotting papers, but it wasn't like, oh my god, get me a tissue, get me a blotting paper. It was like manageable shine. So this stuff does really work as far as that goes. Well, let me talk about the scent, texture, and all that kind of stuff now that you know kind of how it works. I will put a little bit on my hand for you. This is what it looks like. I was actually kind of surprised by the way this looked. I don't know what I thought it would look like. It's a it looks like suntan lotion to me. It looks like sunscreen to me. It's got the same consistency as sunscreen. It's a white lotion. It even smells like sunscreen, which I don't like, but the scent doesn't linger. It only lasts for a second, and once you put your makeup over it, you can't smell the sunscreen scent anymore. But it does smell like sunscreen, and when you apply it, can you see that? It gets matte really quick. I can see it making the back of my hand matte, and my back of my hand isn't oily, but I can definitely see a difference. Yeah, it smells like sunscreen. It really does. But another thing that I noticed with this product, which was kind of a nice plus, was that it actually makes a really good primer. My makeup went on really well, and I think whatever is in this that causes your skin to mattify with this, it really helps cover up pores and imperfections. When I put this on, I notice a tiny bit of actual coverage. There's no tint in this whatsoever, but whatever product is in here that mattifies the skin, it provides me with a tiny bit of coverage. The day that I put this on one side of my face and the gel on the other side, I still saw a lot of redness when I put the gel on the other side of my face. When I put this on, it kind of soothed my skin and provided me with a little bit of coverage, and my redness was kind of diminished a little bit more than with the gel. So that was like a really big plus with this. Again, the scent, I hate sunscreen scent, and it smells like that to me. I can definitely see with like the, the skin on the back of my hand, the texture of my skin is a lot smoother on the part of my hand that I put this. It's like crazy, and it's actually a little tacky. So it's a nice primer. It makes my makeup stick to it well, which I think is what is helping you be matte throughout the day. It's really making your makeup stick to your face. It is a little bit tacky, but not hard to, not too tacky where it's hard to blend your makeup. This stuff is great. When I run out of my Clinique, I won't repurchase. I'll purchase this. It's so much cheaper through the drugstore. This is like $6 at the drugstore, and the Clinique one is probably like $20 or something I paid for. I would definitely repurchase this. It hasn't broken me out yet. I've used it for a couple of weeks. But aside from the scent, this stuff is great. I will totally repurchase this. Absolutely would definitely repurchase this. The only thing with Clean and Clear is that they discontinue their products like crazy. Every time I find a product from Clean and Clear that I like, they discontinue it a couple months later. So I'm saying that I would totally repurchase this, but if they discontinue it, then I'll have to go back to my Clinique. So I'm hoping they don't discontinue it. So that's what I'm telling you. This stuff is great. If you need a mattifying moisturizer, go for it. Check it out at the drugstore. It's just a couple of bucks, and it's fantastic. It's better than my Clinique that cost me like 20-something bucks. So yeah, absolutely love this stuff. Give it a try. Really good for oily skin. It definitely has wound its way into my foundation routine. So I hope that you guys like this little product, Rave, and that it helps some of you guys out. Everybody have a good day. Bye.